Well, before the break, you were very open about the fact that your goal was to be in a playoff spot by Christmas. What's the next milestone goal that you have in store for this team?
Make the playoffs. I mean, Christmas generally is close to halfway, which this year's not, but in the past, it generally is, and then usually the All-Star break is right around that 60 always. So that's kind of more of a telling tell. Teams are in a playoff spot, then are usually a playoff team, and then stretch drive.
What are the things that you're looking for? Like, it looks like from afar you need to score a little more. What are the
We're
things?
scoring just as much as we did last year. Our record's very close to what it was this time last year. The difference is, as I've said all along, people should listen more. The division is better. So last year Vegas was supposed to be the favorite. Ran into all the trouble. Now Vegas is the favorite. Seattle gets gold thing. They come on. I said it before. There's 5 teams could make the playoffs in this division. So the difference is not so much how the teams are playing. The difference is how the division's playing.
Is this a 4-3 league now, not a 3-2 league?
That's actually, we finished the trip was 4-5-2-6, but generally on the year it's 3. It's if you do it, just add all the goals up and divide it by games and teams. It's like right around 3-4 to 2-9. So close. It's still got to be a 3 and a 2 in there somewhere.
You got to score 4 to win more often today.
No, you don't. 3-6. Yeah. Well, if you take just, you guys ask those questions, it's not that hard to figure out. Do overtimes and shootouts and empty nets. So then take them out, you still get the same number. So you don't have to have somebody from the East telling you that. That's how guys out West should be able to figure that out.
What have you liked of Lucic playing with Kadri and Huberdeau the past
Pardon?
couple of games? What have you liked of Milan Lucic the past few games where he's been with Kadri and Huberdeau?
Well, we're trying to get everybody going, so.
How many games would you like in the season from Calgary and Edmonton opposed to 3 now?
It just seems to have an odd number is odd, right? So whether it's 4, you'd still like to be even. That's what you'd like, especially when you got even teams in the league and even divisions. So you're 32-8, so it's pretty easy to go do the math.
Darryl, the 2 games were earlier in the year, and Edmonton didn't have to deal with Adam Ruzicka in either game. I'm wondering if you could bring me
With
up
who?
Adam Ruzicka. I'm wondering whether you could bring me up to speed on the impact he's had in your lineup.
I think he's, it's sort of a progression with Adam. I think that, we talked to him late in the summer and then training camp about playing left wing would be a better opportunity for him. I think that was a big adjustment. He'd never done it. So it was a lot of work, probably the first 6 weeks. Not playing games, or sporadically, but more practice and learning the nuances of playing wing. I think that was an adjustment for him. I think he did a good job. And since that time, I don't know what he's at. Is he 20 games probably, or 25 games? So he's probably missed 10. So, I mean, he's around a 20-point guy. So if you can put that into your lineup from your organization, that's pretty good.
Darryl, what's made Rasmus Anderson a guy you can lean on for the minutes that you do?
Probably maturing as a player. I mean, he did last year. I mean, last year our big 4 were Noah and Ross and Shelley and Tanny. And Z and Eric were penalty kill and probably about 12 to 14 even strength minutes. So maybe they're getting, Ross is probably, because of the number of power plays in the league, he's probably getting another couple minutes there, but I don't think he's playing any more 5-on-5.
And so when you say maturing as a player, what?
Defenseman. I mean, still, those guys, we have a young defense, they're still 3, 4, 5 years away from being top of their game. Defensemen are 28 to 32.
You would remember when they played on Boxing Day games. What do you?
We always did home and home St. Louis, back usually 26, 27. Yeah, it's a little different now. Those were a little different games back then.
Boxing Day games were more high scoring because it was right after Christmas.
I don't know if they were high scoring, but they were a little more competitive.
Did Do you know, like, of all the games all season, game after the Christmas break, are you maybe a little less sure how your team's gonna play, or do we know what to expect a little less because of Christmas break?
I don't know. Everything's different. I don't think guys, it used to be you never, because everything was, you just stayed where you were for Christmas. Now guys, a lot of guys will go get away for a couple of days, but it's sort of irrelevant other than we're celebrating the birthday of Christ. There's not much of a break at Christmas, so you guys get more of a break than we do, so. The break, quite honest, is when the schedule comes. So schedule this year the break is All-Star. Right? Teams are getting, a week in there? That's the break. If there's anything to do with the break, it gets you. We just got piled on with games, and same like us and Oilers, you look at it, they, for whatever reason, the league gives us home games in October when all the guys are out combining, still staying, watching hockey games. They're either shooting, they're hunting or something, right? They watch hockey games. So they give both of us all these games in friggin' October. Then they stacked it on now. So we've had rough schedules. So the Christmas break is trying to get guys 2 days to rest and heal.